up 5%.
What's up, disciplined investor?
We got Benzinga CEO Jason Raznick here with us.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Nash.
Peter Schiff on the Power Hour with us live today. Interesting, different, unique, innovative companies. Mia, you are live with us on the Power Hour. What's up?
Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Jessica Billingsley, that is the CEO of Akerna. The best trade idea resource out there. Yo, what's up, everybody? Today is not Thursday. Despite what you may think, it's not Thursday. Today is GameStop day, baby. That's right. GameStop back at it. I've been waiting for this one all week. I mean, we're about to dig into this congressional testimony. We're going to be cutting into the stream live here, right? So we expect this thing at Benzinga. We expect this thing to go for about 5 hours or so, starting sometime right around now. Most of that 5 hours is going to be pretty boring, right? So they're going to start and do some jibber jabber at the front. You don't need to watch that. Then they're going to read their pre-submitted testimony. We already know what they're saying. Okay, boring, doesn't matter. Where we're going to have some fun is when they get to that Q&A session, all right? We are going to have some ridiculous and like totally uninformed questions flying and from like such an unlikely group of people, right? Just to recap, who's testifying to Congress today? We got Melvin Capital, Citadel, Robinhood, the CEO of Reddit, which is ridiculous. I mean, he's going to be so clueless about market structure. And of course, deep fucking value. Roaring Kitty is going to be there representing for all of us. I mean, this is GameStop Roaring Kitty Day. I mean, can you imagine? Like, imagine if you're this guy, like, you know, just thinking back, you know, a month ago, 2 months ago. I mean, literally no concept in your mind that you would be testifying to Congress about your Reddit posts. So I mean, let's go. I mean, this is, somebody said Raging Kitty. That's right. Air horns on that one. But always the soundboard has to not work once in the day, and then we get it worked out. There it is.
Try now.
Yeah, there we go. So yes, guys, you know, stay on the stream. You're not going to miss a thing. We are going to make it so you don't have to watch all the boring shit that's going to happen up front. And when we get to the fun Q&A, when we get some ridiculous comments, when we get Vlad talking about it, you know, that's when we'll be cutting over. And keep this in mind, too, with the Robinhood. The Robinhood angle, I think, is going to be really interesting. You know, I heard through the grapevines that they hired literally the most expensive law firm in New York to represent them. And they're fighting for their lives with this IPO, right? Where Robinhood was supposed to have a Q1, Q2 IPO this year, right? Then it sort of got screwed up. And keep in mind, 2 years ago, they were supposed to have an IPO, and they had the banking mistake where they let people open checking accounts without getting it cleared by the government. And that was a big controversy, and they had to push the IPO back. This year was supposed to be the year. Now this happens. They might have to push it back again. So I think that Robinhood is going to be fighting for their lives to try to get some try to make this IPO go off and get some money.
Hey, wait, Luke, can I jump in for a second?
I don't know, Spencer, can you?
On that banking fiasco, you remember that? Remember they announced checking accounts and SIPC, right, which is like the regulatory body that oversees that. They were like, whoa, nobody from Robinhood has ever spoken to us before. What the hell are you guys doing? Oh, no, it was the FDIC. The FDIC was like, you know, they're the ones that insure your checking accounts, your savings accounts. They were like, we've never spoken to anybody. What are you guys doing? We don't even know anything about this. How can you launch checking accounts without talking to us first? And they had to walk that back. It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spencer, you know what I appreciate with you being here to hang out with me on this show today?
Yeah,
is that we're going to look beyond the anti-vaxxing views and just add the fact that you are a big-time GameStop shareholder. Let's go. Spencer Israel is in this one. And I will say, I actually really like this stock from a risk-reward standpoint. You got the thing. It's already down 5% today. Trading at right around $43.50. I think that there's so much upside potential on this, right? I mean, this is the chance, right? This could be like the last stand where the community rises up and says, we are piling this thing. As soon as Roaring Kitty starts speaking during his prepared testimony, that's when I expect us to get price action. I think the crowd is going to rally this thing. And there could be, you know, if Citadel gets tripped up, if Robinhood gets tripped up by questions, I mean, we could be in the position where, you know, they rally this stock. So I mean, I think that your downside risk of anything coming out of today is pretty small. I think that the upside is significant. So I actually do like your big GameStop position. I know between GameStop and Doge, that's the majority of your assets, Spencer, and it's aggressive, but interesting. And guys, I apologize. I didn't even start with the point of the show today. That's the way that I like to start every single day. Is by saying, what are we doing here? Why do we spend these 60 today? We're spending 2 hours together, guys. 2 hours so we can watch this testimony together, get some hot takes, maybe make some trades even while it's going on. But the point of the show is be the best trade idea resource out there. That's what we're going for, guys. If we are not delivering on our promise of delivering you all trade ideas, call us out. Tell us in the chat, powerhour@benzinga.com, Spencer Israel@benzinga.com. Shoot us the emails.
That's my email.
Yeah, that's his email address. We got his phone number coming up shortly. To tell us if we're not delivering on that, guys. And ideas are going to come from myself. They're going to come from Spencer. And most importantly, they're going to come from ZingerNation. That is all of you out there in the community. Let's get this stuff flowing. Today, I'm going to go over an earnings trade that I have on for tonight. I also have a new stock that I'm going to be adding to the portfolio. Let's go. We're, of course, going to be watching a lot of GameStop price action. Ticker VISL. Let's talk about that one. That's one that we added to the live portfolio just a couple days ago, maybe on Monday, Tuesday, somewhere like that. We're actually going to be having the CEO of that stock on the Power Hour. I think sometime next week. So it's VISL. So stay tuned for that one. And then of course we are bringing a suite of guests, guys. But we did something yesterday that I thought was pretty fun. You know, let's bring Spencer back onto the stream here.
Hold on.
You know, so we did something yesterday that I thought was pretty fun. We're taking calls from the crowd, right? ZingerNation, this is the show for the people. Today is the day for the people. I mean, this is GameStop day, baby. I mean, I've been waiting for this one all month.
Wait, have you told them what you did to me yesterday? What you got me into?
I talked about your position, sure.
What about your position? Luke comes up to me at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. He goes, "Yeah, Spencer, you know what's going to happen tomorrow? It's GameStop's going to go up. We should buy GameStop. Wouldn't it be so funny if we owned GameStop and it went up during the hearing?"
I bought a shitload of GameStop yesterday at like 5 p.m., guys.
Yeah. First of all, Luke didn't even know that or maybe he did know, but he forgot that you can't do market orders after the close. But Luke and I both bought GameStop yesterday after hours.
Shit ton.
And we are both long, and we're both getting smoked here. I bought hundreds of dollars worth of shares, literally hundreds of dollars, like my entire Webull account.
And I bought hundreds of shares.
my entire Webull account is on the line today. It's getting smoked.
If we click over to the live portfolio today, it's looking pretty bad.
Ooh, ouch. Why didn't we sell at 8 a.m. What was that? 8 a.m. when it was up? 9 a.m.?
Yeah, almost 51. All right, I don't care. My catalyst, guys, is Roaring Kitty. I think that as soon as he opens his mouth, let's get some volume on this thing. I mean, we'll see. Could I lose 10% in a day? Yes, absolutely. I mean that yes. I mean we know what's happening, right? That's the risk. You know, could this thing rise 30% today? I think absolutely. There's potential for it. You know, somebody saying shave the kitty. I think they meant to say save the kitty. But yeah, let's go, baby.
Hey, I just got the bearish indicator. I don't know what the text from my dad. Why is the market down? Never a good thing when you're
SPY is getting smoked today too. I mean, let's talk about that. Down 1%. I mean, this is probably the worst day that we've had in SPY for quite a while. I'm going to pull up some daily candles. Let's see.
You mean since yesterday morning?
No, look at okay. So last week we had a worse day. You know, here's what this action today looks like. Obviously not good. Let's look at IWM. This is the Russell 2000 ETF. This is the ETF to track small caps. This one got absolutely hammered this week. Small caps were so hot this year. Right? If you look at the year to date on the Russell, I mean the thing ripped. Look at this. 192 to 220. I can't do that math quickly enough in my head. All right, so it's 28 divided by 192. So small caps are up 15% year to date, like in a month and a half. That's super fast. That's super big. You know, and they've taken back a little bit. But all right, guys, let's talk about GameStop. We're open up the phone lines, producer Rohan.
Oh,
I
God.
want to bring Zinger Nation into this one, guys. Again, this is the show of the people, for the people. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, share this link for us. Hashtag Zinger Nation. Watch this. I'm going to go to the YouTube. Sorry, you got to look at it twice. Hashtag Zinger Nation. I'm dropping that in there. Share this stream. We want to get this thing out here, but we are opening up the phone lines. Producer Rohan, can we get that phone number on the screen? And guys, dial in.
Absolutely.
There.
Let's get it on the stream.
We even had the producer cam. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Save the kitty.
All right, folks. Get your fingers ready. I'm throwing this number up for a couple seconds because yesterday we just got overloaded with calls. So it's going up, and go ahead and call.
I just want to point out that Maxine Waters is speaking right now. We don't care about that. We're going to watch.
We already know what she's going to say, right? They already released this testimony.
Right, they already released the opening statements and testimonies. We don't care about that. We only really care about the Q&A.
Q&A, baby.
The back and forth.
Let's get the kitty.
All right, we have a call.
All right, patch him through.
Add to stream. Let's see. Do we hear him?
Hello? This is Spencer Israel.
I don't hear him. Producer Rohan.
You know what? I don't hear him. Let's call the next guy.
All right, next caller. Let's patch it through.
Luke does it all the time. He answers the phone as other people.
I just want to make sure this is working, so I'm gonna play some music real quick and let's just make sure it works.
No, let me play the music. I got better music.
Oh, he needs to test this thing because Rohan, this is an unprofessional outfit. We don't know what we're doing.
Can you guys hear music?
Yes.
No, not Luke's music. Can you hear regular music?
Stop messing with it. No, Rohan, we don't hear anything.
This is.
I hear that.
Kind of quiet.
There
we go.
Okay, we got that.
All right, now let's answer a call.
Okay.
Hello.
Rohan, what are you doing, man? What's happening over there?
Dude, no one's talking.
Don't make me open my second energy drink of the day. Next caller, Zinger Nation, come through for us. Come on now.
All right. Next caller. Oh, maybe it was on automatically adjust mic volume. Maybe that affected it. Let's see. Next one. I'm definitely hearing the ringing. So.
All right, let's go.
It's answering. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of
James.
calls.
Keep trying.
These congressmen, I've got Luke in one ear, the hearing in the other. These congressmen are the most boring people. These Congress people, it's so boring.
Look at my girlfriend just texted me, Spencer.
I can't read that. You
got bad eyes.
Yeah. What does it say? I can't read that.
She said, "Why are you streaming Maxine Waters?" Because this is fucking GameStop day. Let's go. And I own a lot of shares. I mean, whether or not we're buying a house could depend on the outcome of this hearing.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Are we not getting calls?
Hey,
We're
wait.
getting calls. The problem is I keep getting advertisements from this app instead of the call.
I said buy the Skype credits.
Hey, did we ever do that bet? I want to do that bet. If you want to put in the chat how long you think this hearing will go, like when it's going to end, and whoever gets closest, we're gonna maybe give away some swag.
Oh, do you hear someone?
There we go. What's up?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
What's up? You're on the Power Hour. This is Spencer Israel.
What's up, man?
Yeah, I hear you.
Where are you at with GameStop
I'm here,
today?
the house.
Yeah, you should mute us in the background. This is Radio 101. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
The GameStop?
Whatever's on your mind, man. This is like therapy for stocks. What's on your mind?
AMC?
AMC?
AMC. Okay.
All right, come on.
Yeah.
They're going to rally AMC off this thing, too.
We should have said, if you're going to call in, have something to talk about. Have something to say, people. Come on.
Don't be a hater. He wants to talk about AMC.
Right,
I like AMC today, too. I'm not in it.
You like the stock? Is that AMC up on Pro right there? What is that?
Yeah, it's AMC. The 2-day chart. We got some price action this morning. It's hanging out a little higher.
AMC got that spike because there was that BS thing in the morning with the Amazon takeover. That was bullshit. But yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
producer Rohan. All right, wait.
Next
you have
call,
other comments
next
on
call.
AMC?
Next call, producer Rohan.
Sometimes you just need money fast. At H&R Block, you could get up to $3,500
Gonna have to
today.
call for a second.
What the hell was that, Ron?
That was an advertisement.
That was an ad for H&R Block. Short H&R Block, HRB. We don't like it.
Okay. Next call coming in.
All right, let's see it.
Hello. You're on the Power Hour. Hey, we hear you.
Yeah, hey, it's a BZ Tokyo, BZZT from the other chat.
What's up, man?
So I just wanted to say I got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, this is why this is the second best show.
No, I
behind
guess
Tech.
I mean, you guys are doing a great job, and I'm just going to continue listening and enjoying. Thank you.
Nothing.
All right, thanks,
All
man.
right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, that was awesome. All right. Wait, Refined Warrior, you have to call in. All right. Refined Warrior's been like a long time fan. It's like our favorite fan.
All right,
But,
all
all
right.
right,
We have a new one. It's answering. Let's see if it
all right,
works.
hit it.
Oh, it still says answering.
Just,
might have to-
just PSA, I'll just doing some live play-by-play, but Vlad just stepped up to the mic. He's not saying
All
anything.
right, wait,
now.
cut to it. Let's show him. Let's see what he looks like. Does he look
Producer
like the
Rohan?
vampire or what's the deal?
Oh, I can pull it up. One sec.
Producer on. Let's pull it up on the screen. His testimony is already out. We know what he's going to say.
He looks good.
He looks
money.
He looks like he's out in
The
the
stock
Alright.
market is a powerful wealth creator, but
Put on the
half
video, Ron.
of U.S.
There we
households
go.
participate in it.
Mr. Staff,
Let's
I
go.
would like you to use your limited time to talk directly to what
We
happened.
put it up
also have
live.
a follow-up.
We have another caller. Let's go. What's up? Welcome to the Power Hour.
Hello?
This is Spencer Israel.
Madam Chair, the witness has the opportunity to give their own testimony.
All right.
All right,
So
what's up?
they're
What
fighting
do you want
now.
to talk about?
I want to talk about IDX.
IDX? Ideonomics? Oh.
IDEX. IDEX.
Ideonomics. Yeah, that's a hot stock. All right, everybody loves this stock. Tell us why do people love this thing so much? I mean, this stock is more of a cult following than almost anything out there.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. I don't know the answer.
Oh, okay. So, well, my friend, honestly, I got in it because my friends got in it. They're making money off of it. I got in it because of hype, and I was hoping you guys could talk about it.
That's a great reason, right? If your friends buy it, you should buy it too, right? Isn't that what they say in day one of
I mean,
trading school? I don't know. Wait, IDEX.
it's more so like the Discord. It's not like one person. It's like
Okay.
a margin of these people are buying it. And I wanted to see if you
Is this
guys
like an
knew
Atlas
anything
stock
about it
or what?
because no, it's actually Money Machine Go Beep Beep. It's
There we
from people
go.
from Ohio, from Atlanta. Yeah, and it's a reference to the Gucci song.
All right, Money Machine, go. Beep, beep. All right, we'll get that on the soundboard. Let's go. All right,
Let's go.
let's go. All right, we got an IDEX fan. If you guys like this stock,
Big ups, guys.
throw
I
one
watch
in the
y'all every
chat.
day. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
thanks again
you.
for dialing in.
Wait,
All right, if not, throw a 2. Let's go. All right, that was
All
fun.
right, peace. This is James Deal. See y'all next time.
All right, peace, man. Salute. All right, we're gonna take maybe more of these today. You know, it was a rocky start. There's Vlad up on the screen with us. Is he the same person as Roaring Kitty? I think that's likely. I can't confirm that independently. I heard rumors. You know, we can't independently confirm that they are in fact the same person. But all right, if you didn't get through today, we're gonna keep experimenting with these call-ins. We'll make it a little bit smoother later today, tomorrow, etc. But Spencer, you know, should we talk some stonks a little bit, or what do you want to do?
yeah, I've got you.
I've got
There's light up on our screen there, so you can see. I'm not sure if you can hear him though. There was a weird thing that just
It's going to
happened.
be a completely unprecedented
There we
event.
go.
The spike in trading activity and volatility meant that Robinhood Securities, our clearing broker, had to hold the line and post additional firm capital as collateral to support our clearinghouse deposit.
OMG, well, I just said hold
Put
the
it in
line.
perspective,
What an effing
on January 28th, our daily deposit requirement was 10 times more than on January 25th. As a result, Robinhood Securities, along with many other firms, imposed temporary trading restrictions on certain securities. We began allowing limited buys of these securities the following day, and we have since lifted the restrictions entirely. There are 2 points I want to make clear about these temporary restrictions. First, Robinhood Securities put the restrictions in place in an effort to meet increased regulatory deposit requirements, not to help
and somebody in the chat said he's reading from a script. Watch his eyes. We know that he's reading from a script.
Serve the millions
every
of
single
small
one of these
investors
congressional
who use
hearings,
our
the way
platform
that it
every day
starts
to invest.
is basically
Second,
that the first
Robinhood
is they're reading pre-announced testimony. We know exactly what he's going to say right now because they published it yesterday. And the same thing is true for Roaring Kitty, for Citadel, for everybody who's speaking here, right? We don't care about this part, right? It's old news. It's boring. It's written by a lawyer. Who gives a shit? What we care about, again, is we're going to be going to the Q&A, right? The Q&A from Congress, who's going to be clueless on this, is when we're going to have some fun, right? Remember when Mark Zuckerberg was testifying and the congressman asked, like,
so funny,
how do you make money? And then somebody else asked, why am I banned from Twitter? And he's asking the Facebook dude that. These are the types of questions that we're living for. And we want to see Deep F and Value, Roaring Kitty just get in there and go after it. So again, we're in the boring part of the hearing now. This thing's going to go on all day. We're running this stream until it's done. I'll be hanging out with Spencer for quite a while. But that's the deal there. While they're doing this boring part, Spencer, should I do some updates on some stock?
Yeah, this is opening statements. This is already public information. This is boring. We don't really care. We will cut to Roaring Kitty when he comes on. But in the meantime, Luke, let's just do a new stock.
All right, Spencer. So you're not used to this show. On this show, we do some aggressive trading sometimes, right? I've talked about before. 70% of my money is in ETFs, right? So I am more conservative there. But I take that last 30%. We make some bets. We trade around with it. We have fun. Spencer, I am making a play into an earnings report tonight.
Let me guess. Don't tell me. All right. Is it Roku?
No, it's not Roku, Spencer.
You have it up on the screen already?
I do have it up on the screen.
You don't? Okay.
I do.
Planet Fitness. Okay. I got
Planet Fitness. That's the stock, guys. Yesterday, I put a bearish position on Planet Fitness into earnings today. What I did is I went ahead and I bought the $75 strike puts for $3.60 a piece, 30 days out. They're reporting earnings, and basically, I think that the Q4 number might be whatever, but I think that their Q1 number is going to be horrible. All right, listen to this pitch, and then we're going to ask you guys to vote on it because I want to see where everybody's at. And guys, please smash the like. I've got a new stock I'm going to be giving in just a minute here. If we can get up to that 600, 650 like range, we've got some resistance right now. But Spencer, check this out. I showed this chart yesterday. This is the social mentions of Planet Fitness for going back for 10 years. And you see these humps, right? Yesterday was hump day. We called them humps. See these humps? This comes every single January because Planet Fitness's business is driven by New Year's resolutioners, right? This is not just a gym. This is a subscription business that we're talking about here, right? And they get this big spike of people talking about on their Twitter, on their Instagram, on their Facebooks. Hey, I just joined Planet Fitness. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to get in shape, yada, yada, right? Then they don't cancel their membership for 6 months. They stop going after 2 weeks. They keep it on for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever. It just keeps going because they either want to believe or they're too embarrassed. Whatever it is, Q1, New Year's resolutioners, that is the catalyst for their business for the entire year. Check this out. We look at January 2021. Nothing, right? There is no increase in social mentions of people saying that they joined Planet Fitness. So when analysts ask, hey, how are Q1 signups going? How are the new registrations looking? The number is going to be bad. Buzzer on that one. So again, I am making a risky call. I'm not saying that people should follow me into this one because it is a binary event. I'm either going to get smoked on the trade or I'm going to make a ton of money on the trade. But that's my thesis for it. I have this image on my Twitter of the social mentions. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat so you guys can see real quick. But all right, I'm throwing this one out to ZingerNation, guys. If you guys are with me, you're bearish on Planet Fitness into earnings, throw the 1. If you like the stock into earnings, throw the 2. You cannot abstain. You got to pick one way or another. Let's see where everybody's at again. 1, if you're with me, you don't like the stock. 2, if you do. Spencer, what's your opinion on it?
I'm basically always bearish because one, they make it. They just suck. I mean, they make it impossible to quit, right? I mean,
but that's good though.
No, but that's good. Yeah, it's good from maybe a cash flow point of view, but just from a business point of view, it sucks, and a customer point of view, it sucks. So, I think like years ago, like 10 years ago, I think I had I got like one of those like free, a free week or whatever, or free month, whatever, at Planet Fitness,
Yep.
and getting out of that thing, they suck you in. It was a nightmare.
Do they help you meet your fitness goals?
No one's
You are fake news.
Yeah, exactly. Burn Planet Fitness. Let's go. ZingerNation is with me on this one, guys. Round of applause. I'm throwing that one out for you. Oh, God, I clicked the wrong folder. There it is. All right, round of applause. Let's go. Y'all are with me on this trade. We'll see what happens again.
All right,
just be sweating into it, but
hey, I'm keeping tabs. Melvin Capital is now speaking.
All right, let's pull Melvin on, Spencer.
Gabe Plotkin.
We all want to see what Melvin Capital looks like. He's evil.
All right, producer Mitch, producer Ron, can we bring up Melvin Capital and Gabe Plotkin right now?
Yeah, let's see how he's
in this conversation. I understand that part of the focus of this hearing is the decision of stock trading platforms to limit trading.
That's not right.
I want to make clear at the outset
Gabe
that
Plotkin.
Melvin Capital played absolutely no role in those trading platform decisions. In fact, Melvin closed out all of its positions in GameStop days before the platforms put those limitations in place. Like you, we learned about those limits from news reports. I also want to make clear at the outset that contrary to many reports, Melvin Capital was not bailed out in the midst of these events.
Okay.
Citadel proactively reached out to become a new investor, similar to the investments others make in our funds. It was an opportunity for Citadel to buy low and earn returns for its investors if and when our fund's value went up. To be sure, Melvin was managing through a difficult time, but we always had margin excess and we were not seeking a cash infusion. I'm here testifying today far removed from my background. I grew up in a middle-class family in Portland, Maine. I went to Public High School.
Look at this.
I studied hard and got into
we don't need that.
Get him off the screen, Spencer. Come on.
That's enough of that. I will say, did you all see that Gabe Plotkin was actually one of the highest paid hedge fund managers last year in 2020?
Yeah, well, that's not going to be the case for 2021.
So here's some data from Bloomberg. Gabe Plotkin earned $846 million. That's a combination of performance fees and gains on his personal investments. $846 million last year. That puts him in the top 15. He's actually number 15.
Wait. You have Citadel on there? Where's KG?
Where's KG? I'm glad you asked, Luke. Good instincts. KG, Ken Griffin, is number 5 on the list with $1.8 billion in income from, again, performance fees and investment growth. So $1.8 billion.
That's a big tax bill. That's a big tax
earnings for Ken Griffin, $846 million in earnings for Gabe Plotkin, infinity earnings for Roaring Kitty.
All right, and guys, I just want to bring up again the ridiculousness of this hearing today, right?
So
you got two of the top 15 earners basically in the entire world talking about market structure. You have the CEO of Reddit who has no idea. And then you've got the dude you got the dude from Reddit. I mean, deep effing value. Roaring Kitty is there, the man of the people. I mean, it's such a charade, right? They're obviously doing it to get the buzzwords. I mean, I turned on CNN today to see if CNN would be talking about it. They've mentioned GameStop several times today. So we'll see.
All right, we do have our first guest here, Luke. All right,
I was ready to pitch another stock. So you're telling me to hold off for a minute. I've got a new stock I'm going to add to the portfolio live on the show today.
Just hold off on that for a minute if you can. I want to bring on our guest, Zeke Thomas. We're going to get away from this nonsense, this GameStop nonsense for a second. We'll come back to it. Zeke Thomas joining us now on the Power Hour. Zeke, how are we doing?
Hey, everybody.
Zeke, how many shares of GameStop do you own right now?
How many shares of GameStop do I own right now? 0.
He's the smart one. Shit. Why did we listen to him?
0.
Spencer and I bought a shit ton of GameStop
No,
last
we
night.
did not buy a shit ton of GameStop.
I did.
I bought like double-digit shares of GameStop. It's not. It's done. All right, Zeke, what's going on, man? What's on your radar here today?
Still hear me?
Oh wait, we hear you. I think we lost you, but we got you back. We hear you.
All right, great. Well, I was advised to put on my headphones, so they're.
Wait, we lost you again.
Wait, Zeke, the Bluetooth. Oh, short Bluetooth. Forget
Short
this.
Bluetooth. Yeah, all the Bluetooth component stocks. We lost you again.
Oh, no. We got him back. Oh, man.
Shoot. Nope.
Keep going, Zeke. Wait a minute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
there
we
we
got
go.
him back.
All
All right,
right.
let's do it.
All right. You got me back.
Yeah.
And
I
you
can't
sound
hear
crystal
you.
clear. Oh, Jesus.
So,
Wait, hold on. Spencer,
okay.
I got the
Now
appropriate
talk
music.
to me.
All right, Zeke, can you read lips?
Test.
Zeke,
Hello?
Zeke, can you read lips?
Gosh darn it. Are you in here? Hello?
If you can read, that's good
No.
music.
Well, I'm coming back.
Zeke, you got me.
Why? Why aren't you working?
All right. Well, while Zeke is going on,
The Who Wants a Millionaire theme for a fun fact, 2 minutes, 37 seconds. That's pretty long.
okay,
We got two minutes for this.
the co-founder of Reddit just hopped on.
All right, let's see what he looks like. I just want to know what all these people look like. I'm going to rate their hair from best to worst. So right now we've got Vlad has been on. We've got Gabe has been on.
Community has since evolved into a vast network of many thousands of communities.
Gotta update his name. Shit. How do you
Range from topics
Come
like
on now,
news,
Spencer.
politics,
You got to be better with these names.
to support. For example, our unemployment community has become a source of support for hundreds
They're
of
all
thousands
just talking to themselves up. Zeke, are you back with us?
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Do you hear us?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm turning off
All
the
right.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire theme. It's 2 minutes, 37 seconds long. We had 1 minute, 28 seconds left. So we made it within the time. So all right, I'm feel good about that.
Awesome. Great. Well,
Zeke, what's on your radar here today?
Talking about GameStop and stocks, I'm happy to be here with you guys. Obviously, my name is Zeke Thomas. I represent Isaiah International, and we did just make a big play in terms of stocks. We invested in One World Pharma, and One World Pharma is trading on the OTC stock exchange.
What's the ticker there?
I got it, Spencer. Come on, you still
Okay. All right. Give me a break.
Oh, there it is.
One World Pharma, baby. Let's go.
There it is. Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, talk to us about the investment. So it was a $3 million investment that was made, correct?
Correct.
All right, and tell us a little bit about the thought process behind it, why you like the company, etc.
So the thought process behind it is we really see hemp as a forward-thinking business. We were involved with a previous company we talked about a year ago, but we made an exit out of that company for various reasons. Mainly, the main reason being, when you have a CEO like my father who has a vast experience in terms of working with bringing products to retail.
Hey, real fast. Tell us who your dad is. I don't know if the listeners know.
Isaiah Thomas, NBA Hall of Famer, Isaiah Thomas, who's also, again, a terrific businessman in terms of now we are 4 years into our main product, which is champagne, Shirlan champagne.
Champagne.
And it's sugar-free, correct?
Everybody needs champagne.
Is it sugar-free?
It is sugar-free.
Oh, look at
Oh my
who's got
God.
the facts. Come on now.
It is sugar-free.
Wait. If you Google sugar-free champagne, Benzinga is the first result. Just throwing that out there. That's the project I worked on. That's how I know this fact. Let's go.
my
Hold
God.
on. Sound effects. Okay.
I love it.
All right.
I love it. But we really saw One World Pharma in terms of the ability to be vertically integrated and be able to really make a home base in Colombia. Again, you get 3 turns of the sun. We do see an upcoming problem that U.S. growers will have in terms of their infrastructure, in terms of power, in terms of energy. Cannabis is taking up a lot of the power grid, and we see that as a problem for indoor grows. That expense, us being able to grow our product outside, again, naturally outside, you get 3 turns of the sun, 3 turns of the soil, and our geneticists are really working on coming up with some strong ideas and strong plays to really better health. Again, this time last year, and still we entered into NBA teams with our muscle gel. We are still doing that, although actively not in the retail space. We still are being used by many NBA teams in terms of getting CBD product into leagues and showing the benefits. Much like actually the coronavirus vaccine, I am finding many CBD doubters in minority communities, which is interesting to educate them on the benefits of CBD, CBG, and the other cannabinoids in our endocannabinoid system, because it's not just THC that has healing properties, which it does. As your viewers know, I just want many people to know that we are in the cannabis space and we are wanting to supply people and keep going.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second, Zeke, just to update the listeners that Keith Gill, a.k.a. Roaring Kitty, a.k.a. Deep Fucking Value, is speaking now.
All right, wait, we got to put him on the screen. Zeke, sorry, this is going to take 2 seconds. This is the most important stock market story of the year. GameStop getting some volume. Let's have him go.
I'm not a cat. I am not an institutional investor.
Producer,
nor am I a hedge fund. I do not have clients, and I do not provide personalized investment advice for fees or commissions. I'm just an individual whose investment in GameStop and posts on social media were based upon my own research and analysis. I grew up in Brockton, Massachusetts. My family was not wealthy. My father was a truck driver and my mom a registered nurse. I was one of 3 kids and the first in my family to earn a...
All right, I already read that, to be honest with you. So,
Spencer, give us like another 1 minute. This is he started with "I'm not a cat."
Okay.
From 2010 to 2017, I worked at a few startup companies, but there were significant periods when I was unemployed. I took an interest in the stock market, and even though I had very little money, I used those times to educate myself and learn more about investing. In 2019, after nearly 2 years unemployed, I accepted a marketing and financial education job at MassMutual. My wife Caroline and I were thrilled that I had.
You want to hear all this?
All right, no, that's enough. All right, I've had my taste, dude. He started with "I'm not a cat." I mean, that's amazing. Zeke, if you're not up to speed on the story, basically what's happening right now is we're having a congressional hearing about GameStop, right? And
as there should be. I mean,
as there should be.
But also, I do want to say that you gotta empower the. I love the power of the regular investor and of people just saying, you know what, we're gonna short this market. We're gonna go for it. We are gonna take the big financial institutions on. I'm just telling everybody out there, don't short my stock, please don't.
I just can't believe that like we're at a point where a guy who's basically like a Reddit hero is testifying in front of Congress because the internet like fucked with the market so bad. I mean,
in 2020 going into 2021, there are a lot of things that.
And look at this, they are rallying GameStop. I called it at the top of the show. Let's
no, they're
go.
not. Are they really?
They are rallying the stock.
Luke,
I told you guys.
Luke, am I in the black yet? Am I in the black? I think I'm in the black.
You're in the black, baby. Come on, we're making money.
Congratulations.
Oh my god.
Keep it going. $60. Let's go.
Jeez. All right, Zeke. I want to go back to what we were just talking about here. Why do you think so many athletes and former athletes have gotten into cannabis?
The main reason why I think so many athletes and former athletes, and even when you're talking about actors and entertainers, is the only outlet that mainly minority people of color or classified Black people had of the opportunity to make wealth was through sports and entertainment. And now in reinvesting that wealth, seeing the opportunity that cannabis presents to create generational wealth and the possibility to truly help and uplift many communities out of poverty, I think that is one of the main things that encourages athletes and people in sports entertainment to get into the space. Yes, you see the Al Harringtons. You see Chris Webber just launched a fund.
Yep.
My father, obviously, and so forth, and Mike Tyson, and so forth, and so on. But a lot of these athletes that I mentioned also had severe injuries. Severe injuries. I mean, Mike Tyson, he's a boxer. His whole body's broken up.
Yeah, no
My
kidding.
dad tore his Achilles and can only move his wrist like halfway. Al Harrington tore his ACL.
Yeah.
So you have all of these athletes involved in the space who also deal with pain management and dealt with opioids and dealt with trying to figure out different ways to feel better. So I think that this space, this cannabis space, although it had a lot of stigma around it, as I said, you're able to educate many communities, especially athletes, that, hey, let's try this CBD or THC balm on your injury instead of Oxycontin. Why not? Let's just give it a go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just want to note, as Zeke was talking, GameStop got through 47. It's not back down below it, but Roaring Kitty, it's driving the stock higher. This hilarious. All right, there's no
wait. Roaring Kitty, he's testifying to Congress. He has a poster in the background with the cat hanging, and it says "Hang in there."
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Which is your favorite Stallone cutout you have behind you?
Probably. Wait, which way? That one, because
he's the champ.
We have no.
And he's
Joel,
shirtless. Spencer's into that.
One of our coworkers, who is a boomer, Joel Elconin, he told me that this was not appropriate to have up on camera, and
that's
I was
what
like,
I'm saying.
And I was like, Joel, what are you talking about?
Meant Joel.
What do you mean? It's freaking Rocky. What do you mean it's not appropriate to have on camera?
The icon, that's Stallone.
Yeah. No, I don't know what he was talking about.
All right, then now I got to do a follow up and ask you, what's your favorite Rocky movie?
That's a tough one. I mean, Rocky 2 is like
Rocky 2.
Wait, which one is 2? Is that Russia?
2 is
no, it's 4, man. Wait, 4 ended the Cold War. So
yes, 4 ended the Cold War. You can love us, and we can love you.
That's it.
Pretty good.
That was a great impression.
That was pretty good. Wait, but what's the order of the movies? Number 1 is Apollo Creed. Is that right?
1 and 2.
Yes, number 1 is Apollo Creed. He loses.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 is Apollo Creed.
He wins.
3.
Number 3,
Mr. T.
I pity the fool. Hey, Balboa.
Okay, that was maybe even better. 4 ends the Cold War. Okay.
4 is Ivan Drago. 5 is Tommy, his apprentice guy.
But the best appearance is the fake Don King character.
Yeah.
Only in America. Oh, yeah. You touched me, I'll sue.
Forgot all about that. That's funny. That's good, man. That's good. That's a really good that was a good Rocky post Ivan Drago impression right there. It's really good.
Yes.
If he dies.
Oh my god.
He dies.
Yeah, we do need a.
All right, now I covered all the movies.
That was funny. That was really funny.
All right, but Zeke, let me ask one more question about One World. In terms of next catalyst, next things that we're going to be looking out from the company, what is that, and when can we expect to hear it?
Well, the next things I think that you'll be looking for from the company is we are definitely exploring partnerships in the auto industry, as well as
in the auto industry. Is that what you said?
Yes, we're really focused on hemp replacing plastics. That's what we are focused on. Ooh, we're stock going up. Yeah,
there we go.
All right, everyone chill. Everybody chill.
That's definitely a focus of ours. Obviously, supplying THC.
But I would imagine that's hard to break into the auto industry because I mean it's just so big and so old.
100%. I mean, you're fighting. We're fighting the war of climate right in front of us. Every day we're fighting it. So hemp has a tremendous chance, and really it is something that really can take CO2 out of the atmosphere. So yes, automakers alike and other industries are looking at ways to become more eco-centric. I mean, obviously everyone wants to save the planet just like everybody wants to make a buck. It's just what matters more. And I see you're seeing a lot of these corporations start to plan ahead as to how they can really roll plastic out of their industry.
Okay. All right. So you're saying that the auto move is realistic. I mean, it would be amazing. I mean, it would be so cool.
I mean, we're talking mats, we're talking seats. We're not talking,
I just want to be clear.
You're not going to have a weed car moving down the
Wait,
street.
I just want to be clear.
I mean, I get it. I'm not thinking, we got the wheels are made of weed. I mean, I get it. Yeah, seats, mats.
No, someone in the chat added this, like the exhaust won't be like weed smoke, right? That'd be pretty funny though.
We'll still need either electric or gas.
Gas. That's fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm sorry. I can only do so much.
All right, Zeke Thomas, thanks a lot, man.
No, thank you guys for having me. I love coming on with you guys. You guys always crack me up, so please invite me back.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man. That was fun.
Oh, it was fun.
All right, that was fun as hell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And GameStop is going to the highs, baby. Let's go. 48. We have 48. Do we have 49? Spencer Israel. Come
Dude,
on, baby.
I'm on a 1 minute chart. I'm never on a 1 minute chart, but we're at 48. It's crazy.
If GameStop screws me and I miss on Planet Fitness, this is going to be literally the worst trading day of my life. So I need at least one of them to hit. Yeah, we got SPY down 1%. I mean, it's a bloodbath in my portfolio today. At last check, we were down 5 bands. Let's see. Yeah, we're still down.
Wait, Luke, I want to interrupt you. Producer Mitch or Rohan, can we bring on the stream here again? Because we've got some Q&A. Maxine Waters is not having it.
Let's go. This is what we're waiting on.
She's not having it.
The Q&A is where it's at.
She's not having it.
I stand by my statement. The additional capital we raised wasn't to meet capital requirements or deposit requirements. Excuse me.
I'm reclaiming my time. This liquidity problem had real consequences for your customers, but I wonder if they were all that surprised. Between December 2019 and December 2020, Robinhood customers experienced monetary losses due to system outages. Customer accounts were reportedly compromised. The firm repeatedly failed to testify its best execution obligations, and it misled its customers regarding its revenue sources. It seems retail investors often get a bad deal at Robinhood. Mr. Tenney, also, while you testified today that, quote, Robinhood's customers benefit greatly from payment for order flow, quote unquote, in December 2020, the SEC charged Robinhood for not disclosing that it was getting paid to send customer trades to Citadel Securities and other market makers, and for not seeking the best terms for its customers' orders. Robinhood provided
it was going to be so tough.
Such inferior trade prices, it cost your customers over $34 million. Is your testimony
Get to the question.
After Robinhood paid? Is it your testimony after Robinhood paid the SEC $65 million to settle those charges that this conflict of interest is in your customers' best interest? Yes or no?
Chairwoman Waters, first let me say regulatory compliance is at the center of everything that we do. We've made mistakes in the past. I'm not claiming that I'm perfect.
Yes or no to that question.
Answer yes or no.
So Citadel Securities is an important counterparty. Nobody's denying that. The reason that
Gentlemen, can I answer yes or no? I'm reclaiming my time. Meanwhile,
all right,
Mr.
whoever
Griffin,
puts the best
Citadel's
joke
role
during
in
this
event also
today
raises
in the chat is getting a Benzinga Pro for
It's going to go on
free.
like this all day.
Citadel's
You keep doing
pays
yes or no, and you're
Robinhood
not going to
tens
answer.
of millions of dollars to process trades by Robinhood's customers. This relationship gives Citadel Enterprise key non-public information as to direction and volume of trades by retail investors. Your firm makes use of private exchanges,
K20's got it right.
and other off-exchange trading to
This is
trade
hilarious, but
large
nothing's going to
sizes
come of this.
without moving the market against you. In fact, at some point last month, 50% of all trades
She's got like a dozen
occurred in
people.
dark pools.
Get to the question.
or via
What is the
OTC
question?
Off-exchange trades. Your business strategy is designed
no, Luke,
intentionally
Luke,
to
look at our
undermine market
stock.
transparency and skim profits from companies and other investors. One problem, though, Mr. Griffin, is that we don't really know how central your firm has become to the capital markets. Mr. Griffin, does Citadel handle 47% of the U.S. listed retail volume? Please, yes or no?
Yes or no?
Excuse me, Chairman Waters, what percentage? I couldn't hear that number.
47%.
So, Chairman Waters, to the best
Yes or no?
so beyond best of my knowledge, we handle in excess of roughly 40% of all retail volume.
Thank you very much for reclaiming my time. Mr. Griffin, on January 27, the Citadel execute 7.4 billion shares for retail investors, which would be more trades than the average daily volume of the entire United States equities market in 2019, yes or no?
Chairman Waters, that was by written and oral testimony.
Read the testimony,
lady. Thank you very
That's
much.
what he just said.
And
He
with
just said
that,
read the
I
testimony.
now recognize the distinguished ranking member, Mr. McHenry, for 5 minutes for questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Tanev, I'm going to come to you first. I just want to
Republican or
get
Democrat,
to
Spence?
what happened on that
Oh, I'm
day
sorry.
in
This is,
January. So let's take a step back here. You get a call in the middle of the
Somebody
night,
knows more.
according to what I've heard
good.
you in interviews say. And based off that conversation with your compliance team, you decided to halt the buying of GameStop
Republican
stock. People were furious. We'll get into the regulations and the settlement parts of that today. We will get to that. But this is what I think needs to be answered about your decision.
Why is Vlad
did
up on the
Robinhood
screen?
restrict the buying, but not the selling of GameStop? And why did folks get locked out on the buy side only?
Ranking Member McHenry, I appreciate the opportunity to address that. The reason that Robinhood, first of all, let me say Robinhood is always committed to providing access. It's in our name. It's in everything that we do. The decision to restrict GameStop and other securities was driven purely by deposit and collateral requirements imposed by our clearinghouses. So buying securities increases our collateral requirements. Selling does not. Moreover, preventing customers from selling is a very difficult and painful experience where customers are unable to access their money. So we don't want to impose that type of experience on our customers unless we have no other choice. And even though I recognize customers were very upset and disappointed that we had to do this, I imagine it would have been significantly worse if we prevented customers from selling.
You're not going to see them on the same screen today.
Okay, so let me ask this question. Is payment for order flow
are they the
legal?
same person?
Yes.
I'd rather be
order flow
Ron
is
right now.
legal and regulated and
is
a
this
common
disclosed?
industry.
And is this disclosed to those users of your app?
Yes, payment for order flow is disclosed in multiple places. And moreover, payment for order flow enables commission-free trading. And that's why it's become the industry standard model, as other brokerages have replicated our model and started offering commission-free trading to their customers as well.
Okay, so to that,
I wonder if he's going to drop names.
Greater point of what happened that day and the model that you're using. Let's be crystal clear. That decision you made to restrict the buying but not the selling of GameStop was based. What was it based on? Pressure from anyone on the witness panel here today?
Not at all. Zero pressure from anyone. It was a collateral depository requirement decision made by our Robinhood Securities president.
All right.
Who's that guy? Name drop that guy.
Let me get in this question. You want to democratize finance. You want to open up Wall Street to retail investors. You say that Robinhood's mission is to democratize finance for all. So let's talk about that. So yes or no? Can a Robinhood customer invest in Robinhood, the company?
Robinhood's currently a private company,
Where are we going
that's
here?
not possible. No.
How does Facebook
And
make money?
so you mean to tell me that
How do you make
people
money?
that use your platform that make you a successful company, and I would say directly contribute to your company's exponential growth and success, they don't get the same access to equity shares as a Robinhood employee or your institutional investors. Is that correct?
Currently, that is correct. Yes.
All right, Ms. Schultz, let me.
What he
pivot
wants to say is,
you.
dude, we're
Why
trying to have a
is
freaking
that?
IPO
Why
next
is,
month.
Why is
Stop
it that
asking
everyday
questions.
investors?
I'm muting that for a second because he's just gonna go. He's gonna go to the regulators, and I don't really know if we
All right,
share
so
them.
Spencer, do you want to pitch a stock or do you want me to pitch a stock?
What you were about to pitch a second one, and then you kind of got cut
Yeah,
off.
so we're
but-
gonna do it if we got to 600 likes, which is really not many. We're not even there. Jesus Christ! All right, it's. I mean, we got a lot of companies.
It's because we cannibalized our stream with the second stream.
Well, whose idea was that, Spencer? Whose idea was that?
It was may have been mine. I'm not sure. I'll you know what? I'll get back to you on that.
All right, all right. So should I give my new stock ideas, Spency Spence?
Yes.
All right, you guys might be part of this one. I actually heard it pitched yesterday and today, but I am hopping on the bandwagon officially. Let's get a drum roll for this new ticker. All right, MP Materials ticker MP Mike Papa. That's right. That is the stock that I'm just about to add to the live portfolio here on the Power Hour. Maybe I won't be able to because my portfolio is down so much today. They won't let me borrow more money. But we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and add MP to the live portfolio. Basically, this is our rare earth metals play. Right. So this company, it's a US based company that produces rare earth metals. Right. These are the things that go in semiconductors. They go in batteries. They go in EVs. Right. They enable a lot of the new tech that we deal with in our everyday lives right now. The reason why I like this stock in particular, and I'm bullish on the sector as a whole, right? The demand for rare earth metals is only going to increase over time. The reason why I like this stock in particular is because they are US based. Right, you've got China limiting exports of these. You've got Biden saying for defense reasons we need to find U.S. solutions for these. Again, you got EVs are only going to become bigger. Shout out Ford. Ford, my 2021 stock pick of the year, making some money on Ford. But again, demand is only going to increase for the sector. This is the U.S. based play for the stock. Is the stock expensive right now? Yes, the stock is very expensive right now. A lot of people are in it in the same way that I'm into it. Right, late is the answer there. So I'm starting with a small position, guys. Like I mentioned, I bought a ton of GameStop. I'm not buying a ton of this one right now. I'm going to start with a starter position. I'm still generally a little bit worried about markets as a whole. So I don't want to be 110, 120% long. But I am going to take a starter position in this one. If the market sells off, will I add to this position? Yes. Right, we're going to start off with just maybe 100 shares or so, 50 shares, and get this one going. Do I want to accumulate more than that? Yes, I think this company is the future. I think this company is super bright. Within the next couple of years, this stock should rip. So there is the deal. MP Materials is the one that I'm in. Guys, in the chat, if you like this stock or you're in it now, throw me the 1. If you do not like it, you think it's too run up, too expensive, throw me the 2. Spencer, where are you at with this name? And I will say, guys, if this adds some weight, this is a Chris Catchy stock. Chris, probably the best reporter that we have here at Benzinga. He likes this one as well. What?
We got a lot of good reporters. I mean, that's not shit on everyone else.
I didn't shit on everyone else.
All right.
Spencer.
Okay.
Asshole.
All right.
All right. Chris is probably the number 19 reporter that we have here at
More
Benzinga
like it.
for Spencer. We've got 20 in total, him being 20.
I'm 20. Yeah, I'm definitely less.
But Spencer, what do you think of this one?
You know what? Until you started talking, I really hadn't looked into it a ton. I'm gonna put it on my watch list just to keep an eye. I just saw someone in the chat say like it's too expensive, but
I said it's too expensive.
Oh, you did?
Clearly not listening.
Sorry, you're right because I've got Representative Caroline Maloney in one ear and you in the other.
All right, Spencer, hold on. I got the perfect sound for you.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Yes, I said it's too expensive. Chat seems pretty mixed on this one.
What is that
we
from?
got a lot of ones, a lot of people who like this name. We got a lot of twos, people saying the thing is too run up, it's too overvalued. Again, I am in agreement. It's overvalued. I really like this name for the long term. So again, I'm going to take a starter position. I'm not running to the bank to pull out cash to buy this thing and throw it now. I agree. It's super expensive. And that's why I'm hanging out with it. When it pulls back, if it pulls back, yes, we're absolutely going to be adding to the position all the way down, averaging down. Always like to average down on stocks that I own. And actually, Spencer, you know what might make sense here?
What?
Is selling puts on this thing. I've got to relog into my brokerage account, so maybe you can stall for a second. But let me log in. Maybe we sell some puts on this stock. I sort of like that.
I'm going into my Fidelity account to try to find where because I want to tell you about a stock I bought that I haven't talked a ton about, but I don't remember the price I bought it at, and I'm trying to get that up right now.
Which one is it? One World? Do you like One World? One World?
No. Like my stock is like too mainstream.
No, but I'm
for y'all.
asking a different question.
It's not One World. No.
Oh my God, I get it. You're still listening to Maxine Waters instead of Hot Stocks Luke. But I'm saying, what do you have a take on that one? I think that the autoplay is interesting. I mean, if they get an auto deal, that stock goes from 50 cents to fucking $20, right?
Look,
There's no doubt about that.
I like as a rule of thumb, I don't play around with stocks that are that low priced. Do what works for you. It's not really for me. If you like the 50-cent stocks that trade, on the OTC markets, have at it. But it's not.
Shout out OTC markets.
Not really my. I'm not against OTC markets, nor am I against like low price stocks per se. But it's just like
not for you.
No, it's not for me. You know what I mean? Not for me.
And Spencer, can you give us a lesson? Can you do some education for us?
Yeah.
So OTC markets is not an exchange, but correct?
Right. In the eyes of the law, in the eyes of regulators, OTC markets is not an exchange. It is
what the heck is it?
It's a marketplace, right? It's subject to regulation. It's a marketplace. I don't remember what the exact legalese is, but it's essentially a think about an exchange, right? You place an order. This is how it ideally works. You place an order through your broker. Your broker routes that order. If they don't do it internally, their broker routes their order maybe to a Citadel, who then jumps you in the queue, and eventually your order will get to an exchange and then come back out. You get matched with a buyer and seller on the exchange. That's not how it works in OTC markets, right? It's much more decentralized. There is no central location. It's a broker to broker thing, right? That's why it can be harder to buy and sell stocks that don't trade, or any security for that matter, that doesn't trade on an exchange. And so, because like Robinhood, I don't think you can buy and sell companies that trade OTC. A lot of
text Maxine Waters right now, and maybe she'll ask for us.
A lot of institutional investors are prohibited from buying and selling companies that don't trade on the exchanges. I myself own 4 cannabis stocks that trade on OTC markets. They do not trade on the exchange. They're not allowed to because they touch cannabis, and cannabis is still Schedule 1 drug. When that day comes, when it is legalized federally, those companies will uplist to the exchange. It'll open them up for more investment, but until then, that's not how it works. They're prohibited by law from trading on an exchange. So, as far as the companies that you think about, the types of companies that trade on OTC markets, it's a lot, right? There are some like shit companies. There are some total scammy companies on there. There are companies that are going through bankruptcy, right? Like JCPenney still trades. You can still buy JCPenney stock.
Shout out JCP.
If you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to, it's there. It's also a place where a lot of like foreign companies.
What's the JCPenney ticker?
I think it's JCPNQ.
We got Belinda asking. We got to answer it for
I
Belinda.
think it's JC. Is it JCP?
Oh, look.
JCPNQ. Oh no, it went off the board in January. All right, you can't do it anymore. Sorry, guys. But a lot of international companies that trade primarily overseas will have a secondary market, a secondary pool in the U.S. Right. So like I'm talking like big companies, right? Like Tencent trades in the U.S. but trades on OTC market, which means they don't really want to go through the hassle of like listing on an exchange, right? You just walk away. All right, that's fine. Let's take him off the screen there. Companies like Tencent and Nintendo and Adidas, they list on their primary exchange in their home market, whether that's in Europe or Asia. They don't want to deal with the they don't want to pay the exchanges essentially, the NYSE or the Nasdaq to list again in the U.S. The way they see it is like, look, we're already listed in our home country. We don't want to deal with that again. We're just going to put our security on OTC markets, and therefore some U.S. investors will be able to buy and sell our security. Luke, what are you doing? Just walking behind me. So the class of companies that will trade on OTC markets, it runs the gamut, right? You get some like super large conglomerates that are international, that just don't want to list on the NYSE or the Nasdaq, and you get some like real like companies that you do not want to have any part of. So you really got to do your homework, know what you're buying, know what you're owning, for anything that goes for anything, but especially for OTC markets, because it really can run the gamut there of companies that just don't want to be on exchange, or they can't for whatever reason. They can't, whether they don't meet the requirements, they got kicked off, they're going through bankruptcy. There's a number of reasons why. So you really want to be careful there. Thoughts on MedMen? Yes, that is one. MedMen is actually one that I almost bought about 2 years ago. I wanted to buy MedMen. After watching, I kind of got sucked into an investor presentation, and it was really good. And I thought about buying it. I'm glad I didn't. The ticker is MMNFF. I'm glad I didn't. But their whole pitch at the time was, we are in the most valuable. We have the most valuable real estate. We're in the best locations for retail. That was their pitch. Hasn't quite worked out for them. If you look at like the 3-year chart, I remember looking at this thing back at like $6. Again, I never pulled the trigger. Lucky for me, I guess. If you are long MedMen, I haven't looked at any presentations that they've done for a while, but check out what their most recent earnings reports, because I remember their pitch at the time was, "Hey, cannabis is retail, and we have like the primo real estate. We have the best real estate, the best locations for retail in Times." They're like in Times Square. They're in California. I don't know what happened with the company in the last year or two. I haven't looked into it, but that was their pitch at the time. It doesn't look like it's working out for them too well. Okay,
Spencer. Let's go back to MP.
What?
MP.
Yeah, you just pitched that.
All right. I said the stock was expensive. The chat said the stock was expensive. So rather
wait, hold on. When you say expensive, though, what do you mean?
Like on a multiple basis, right?
Okay,
like,
so expensive on a valuation basis, like price to earnings.
Yes. What else could I possibly mean, Spency?
I'm clarifying for the chat, because the chat might.
Okay. All right, not for you. That's fine. I'm like, if you don't know what I mean, then I don't know what we're doing.
Because the chat might hear you and say $42 is not that expensive, but that's not what you mean. You're not talking about the price.
I'm talking about you're paying up for earnings, you're paying up for revenue versus peers. Again, I'm bullish on the sector. I like the fact that this thing is in the U.S. That's why I like it. So what I'm going to do, Spencer, I said we're taking a starter position. Instead of buying shares outright, I'm going to go ahead and sell puts against this stock. And let me explain that mechanism again. I've done it a handful of times. People always seem to like it. So basically, when I sell puts on a stock, that means I'm getting synthetically long that stock, right? I make money when the stock price goes up. Okay. And so let me share. Oh, I'm already sharing my screen. Perfect.
Yep.
That gives me a step. Okay. So what I'm looking at right here is the $35 strike puts expiring 29 days from now, right? So these are in March. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click this contract, right? I'm going to sell 2 contracts, right, at a limit price of $2.05. Okay, so let's talk about what happens when we do this.
Yep.
So
Do
with
some math.
$2.05 per contract, right? And there's 100 shares in the contract. So that means I'm going to get $205 credited to my account right away. Okay. And I'm going to sell 2 contracts. So that means I'm going to have $410 cash deposited into my account today as soon as that contract fills. All right. That's what I'm getting here. Here's sort of the 2 scenarios, right? If the price of MP stays above $35 29 days from now, so it's at 35 or higher, right? Can run up from where it is now, can go down a little bit, but as long as it's above $35, I walk away with my $410. You know, great cash, have it, take it, use it, invest in something else, maybe more GameStop. Okay. If the price drops below $35, right? So let's say the price goes to $20 a share. I'm forced to buy 200 shares because, again, we're doing 2 contracts. Each contract represents 100 shares, but I'm forced to buy 200 shares of the stock at $35 per share. So I'm down on it, right? Because I'm getting that $2 per share, really the place where I start losing money is when the stock is 33 and below. But again, I'm saying that the stock is expensive. I'm saying I want to put a starter position on it. I only sell puts in scenarios where I believe in the company long term. I want to hold this stock for years. And so again, that's why I'm choosing to sell puts on this one. Never sell puts on a stock where you guys aren't in it for the long run. So check this out. Again, we're selling 2 contracts, $35 strike. That's 15% where the stock is trading now. So you know, if I do have to buy the shares, I'll have to buy them cheaper than what the stock is currently trading at. I'm gonna hit submit sell order. Bada bing, bada boom, and we are filled. There is the trade, guys. I said I was doing a new ticker today. We made it a little bit more fun. Instead of just buying the stock, we sold puts against it. Let's go.
Hey, wait, producer Rohan, can we bring on the stream here? Because Ken Griffin is being asked some very good questions about order flow and how they fill certain orders and execution
Let me
quality.
repeat. 2 identical orders come in. Same stock, same quantity. One's from Robinhood, one's from Fidelity. What happens?
The quality of the execution varies by the channel of the order. This is a commonly understood phenomena in economics that channels matter. So, for example, when you go get a mortgage from JP Morgan to their clientele has a different rate of interest than a mortgage.
Okay, let me reclaiming my time, sir. Who gets the better deal? The one that comes from a broker who is being paid for order flow, and one not. Can you testify that on balance there is no difference, assuming the same size of the order?
So, as I said earlier, size of the order is only one factor.
You are doing a great job of wasting my time. You might, if you're going to filibuster, you should run for the Senate. Everyone else I've talked to in this industry says when you pay for order flow, you get when your broker is being paid for order flow, you get a worse execution. Otherwise, you're in a peculiar circumstance where you're making more money on a Fidelity transaction than a Robinhood transaction, which would be an absurd business practice.
The gentleman's time has expired. Mr. Lucas, you're recognized for 5.
All right.
One question. Let's give this guy a shot. Let's hear one question from him.
All right.
Chairman, for holding this hearing, and thank you to the witnesses for agreeing to testify. It's been reported that approximately 20% of market volume is now attributable to retail customers, which I think is just fascinating considering that's up from 10% in 2019. And that's an overwhelmingly positive development, allowing for more market liquidity, more stability, additional avenues for households to grow their wealth. And it's important to increase market access for retail customers.
This guy's in Congress, but he can't
And
have better
I don't
internet.
want to disrupt that if we possibly can. So I'd like to turn with my first question to Mr. Tennant. Let's talk about the attention that this pay for order flow has received. You explained in your testimony, Robinhood's relationship with market makers is important. Robinhood's ability to offer commission-free trading. So expand, if you would, on how that process benefits the everyday investor, and just expand in general on that, if you would.
Congressman, I'd be happy to. Thanks for giving me an opportunity. So as I mentioned in my written testimony, payment for order flow enables commission-free trading. Prior to Robinhood changing the industry standard model to be commission-free, most brokers collected a commission on top of the payment for order flow on every transaction. Now, Robinhood routes to market makers, including Citadel Execution Services. We've got 7 in total across equities and options. And we route without consideration for payment for order flow. All payment for order flow arrangements are uniform across the market makers. And our system routes orders based on who provides the best execution quality for our customers.
Wait, Spencer, we got to break
it. Citadel gets
news.
a relatively
you got
high
some news just now?
Yes, I got breaking news just now.
What do you got?
David in the chat said Vlad does have nice hair. We've had literally dozens of comments today making fun of Vlad's hair. Look at this. Somebody coming in for Vlad saying he's got nice hair.
I just don't like what it looks like. He looks like a 70s haircut. Why would he have his hair like that? I just don't understand. Also, can we agree? It is such a shame that this hearing is forced to be virtual. Wouldn't you love if they were all in the same room together, like Ken Griffin, Vlad the Impaler, Roaring Kitty, like 1, 2, 3? That would just be like the best.
Yes, dude. If you have Roaring Kitty, I want Roaring Kitty and Melvin Capital to sit right next to
yes, Gabe Watkins seated next to Roaring Kitty. Oh my goodness,
dude, that would be amazing. You know, like you got this dude in his mid-20s, early 30s, cost Gabe literally billions of dollars.
Yeah,
you know, made himself a couple M's. You know, I mean, that would be the ultimate stunt. Wearing his cat shirt. Come on now.
Okay,
That's
but,
what we need.
But also, would it even be possible for Vlad and Roaring Kitty to be in the same room together?
Because they may or may not be the same person. I think that's very likely. Again, the Benzinga news team has not independently confirmed that. You know, so you know, we don't know. We don't have a confirmation there.
I've got to say, by and large, I'm underwhelmed by this hearing. I have.
Yeah, but we need more questions for Kitty. Come on.
Yeah, no one's asked Roaring Kitty any questions right now, or maybe we should agree how do we want to address him. Do we want to call him deep fucking value, Roaring Kitty, or by his name, Keith Gill? What is the appropriate?
DFV is my opinion.
DFV? All right.
DFV. Yeah, let's also not to ZingerNation. How should we be referring to Roaring Kitty? Should it be DFV, deep fucking value, Roaring Kitty? What is it? Keith Gill?
Keith Gill is his name.
Keith Gill. All right. So yeah, nobody's gonna vote for that last one.
Someone in the other stream where we're just restreaming the actual hearing just commented Lord Farquaad, and I cannot unsee it for Vlad.
Wait, for Vlad?
Obviously.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good, man.
Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna deliver for you guys.
That's really funny. Luke, what is this? Luke, zoom in.
I'm zooming.
Yeah,
wait, we got another one. We got comedians in the chat. All right.
I could see a young Professor Snape. Sure, I see it. I see young Snape. Yeah, I see it.
Holy crap. Wait. Spencer, add in the stream. We need the side by side on this.
Well, Vlad's not up on the screen right now.
He will be in like 2 seconds.
He is now.
Put him on. Come on, run this. Make it bigger, Spency. All right, close enough. I mean, come on now. That's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good.
And look at this. Whoever's speaking from the house right now, somebody just jumped in from Maxine, was like a Chris Catchy replica. But seriously, the Snape thing, oh my God. That kills me.
I'm not sure who's speaking right now. I'm not sure who that is. Get his man. The production values of this hearing are worse than Benzinga.
Than Benzinga TV.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But all right, Spency. What time is it?
It's 1:22. We have a guest on in 8 minutes. Our next guest.
Well, we had a 1 o'clock guest, I thought.
Well, we had Zeke on at 12:30. And then no, our 1 o'clock guest was moved to 1:30. That's Trader King.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the guest was moved back to 1:30. I guess let's talk some trades. Let's talk some stocks a little bit, Spence. And guys, hit the like on the stream. Today we've got some very tough competition. I mean, we're going up against Roaring Kitty. That's what the whole world is watching. We're bringing you just the interesting cuts, right? You don't have to sit through all the boring BS, right? Just the interesting parts. So like the stream, share the stream. Refined Warrior did it. Shout out Refined Warrior as always. There we go.
Can I offer up a stock? It's a much more mainstream stock than you all are used to on this show.
Yes, Spencer, you never pitch stocks. Let's get it, baby.
Sorry. All right.
Come on now.
I want to talk about Starbucks. Why I'm long Starbucks.
Okay.
I know consumer staple or especially restaurant. It's boring. I bought Starbucks after reading an article last year about Panera's subscription business. If you recall, last February, right before the pandemic, Panera launched a subscription coffee business.
Interesting.
And Panera is not public anymore, so they don't have to release any data about it if they don't want to. But there was an article about how it's going for them last July in Restaurant Business Online, and in the first 6 months, Panera added 750,000 people to its coffee subscription thing at $9 a month. It's $9 a month to get unlimited coffee. And they had 750,000.
Wait, how many people they had? 750,000?
Yeah, in the first 6 months.
All right. Okay. So that's $7 million a month. That's 84 million a year. 81 million.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So and they said their digital loyalty, that's not relevant. So anyway, so I saw that number, 750,000 people and $9 a month. And all it gets you is unlimited coffee, right? So what does that mean? You go into Panera, you get your free coffee, and you get a sandwich. You get something else, right? So I thought, why wouldn't Starbucks do the same thing? And at the time, Starbucks was at like $90. I think when I bought this, somewhere in the 80s, mid 80s. I can't remember the exact price. And I bought it thinking like there's no reason Starbucks wouldn't do this, considering that Panera is having so much success. Why wouldn't Starbucks also just launch their own subscription? You talk about Planet Fitness being a subscription play. Starbucks could be a subscription play too, right? So you get that recurring revenue. It seems like so logical to me. And we've seen companies.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We've seen companies in the past get like the stocks get a boost when they announce a subscription, right? Like what happened? Like look at Walmart. Walmart announced Walmart Plus, which was their answer to Amazon Prime. Stock went up. All right. A lot of times when these companies announce Disney Plus, right? Stock gap. If you pull up like a 2-year chart of Disney, you see like a big gap on it. That big gap on Disney from like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that was when they announced Disney Plus, right?
Yep.
So stocks go up when companies announce subscription services because Wall Street loves recurring revenue. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here. I bet you in the next year, Starbucks is going to announce some kind of a subscription service.
Yeah, and guys, in the chat, drop us other tickers you want us to look at, other ticker stocks you want us to talk about. We're going to be bringing on a new guest to get some fresh ideas flowing in just about 5 minutes from now. We're also going to be doing an update on our chat challenge at ZingerNation, going head to head to head to head to head to head. Andre, what about GameStop Plus?
Wait.
Those are the ideas that I'm talking about.
Can I bring on this overlay?
No, I don't know what an overlay is. Oh, my God.
Do you like it? Do you like it? Mitch, this is amazing.
That's so funny.
Crap.
Nice job, Mitch.
All right. Spencer, what about Ride? Lordstown Motor. we talk about this one? We got a couple people in the chat talking about
Yeah.
this. Let's also talk about EBON. That's another one that Lizard King pitched yesterday. Did you watch Lizard yesterday?
Yeah.
Lizard's a man, isn't he? He's got such a crew. Shout out Lizard crew. But Ryan, Spencer, where are you at on this one? Bull Bear.
I can confirm that the facility exists. I've driven past it before. Right off the highway.
In Michigan here?
What?
In Michigan?
No, in Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always liked the idea of Lordstown Motors, right? And I like what they're working on. I of course I wish I never bought it. I wish I had. I like the fact that it's held up, right? A lot of these post SPAC merger companies have not held up. This one has, right? If you pull up like a daily chart, you go to like the last year. This one's held up. That says a lot to me. That says volumes, because a lot of these stocks give it all back after the merger, and this one hasn't. And so just from the pure chart, like, you know, a lot of chartists will always tell you, if you're going to pull up a chart, it should speak to you in like a second, right? You should be able to draw your conclusion in a second. And what comes out to me about this ride chart is it's held up. A lot of these SPACs have not held up, and this one has. So that alone to me,
Spencer likes this.
that alone to me is a huge vote of confidence.
All right, INSG. That's another one in the chat. I pitched this one recently. Bought it.
I made a great trade. Made a great trade on this thanks to Matt Cole. I sold it a year ago.
I'm a major.
That was a mistake.
This is my 5G stock, right? I only have one. This is it. I think 5G is going to replace the hard lines that go into our homes, into our businesses for Interjet. Inseego makes that possible. They make the modem router combos that pull in the 5G signal out of the air, rebroadcast it as Wi-Fi. That is the future of internet. Inseego, love this one. All right, Spencer. Next one, XPEV. That's you.
Well, actually, before you do that, can I just play this chat challenge video that we have?
Sure. ZingerNation is going head to head to head to head to head. Perfect.
I thought that was fun.
All right, one more time. I'm loading up the chat challenge. Come on, everybody's looking at my private documents now, Spencer. It's ridiculous. Okay, Q1 2020. ZingerNation is going head to head to head to head to head. Perfect.
Thought that was fun. All right, we're gonna get Luke's docs off then until he's doing that. All right, so they were just going in on Ken Griffin and Vlad about Black Swan event. Vlad was just saying how unprepared they were for a Black Swan event. Well, that's kind of the point of a Black Swan event, right? No one's prepared for them. That's what makes them Black Swan events. But we got a hot take right now.
Okay, let's see it. What is it?
He's saying this whole thing is political theater. Let's bring it in here, producer Rohan.
Well, it is.
But we need to have some of these fundamental and important questions answered at the end of the day. And one of the assertions that you've heard already today is that investing is, quote, casino gambling. It's using monopoly funny money. I guess I want to know, is individual retail participation in the marketplace gambling, casino gambling, or using funny money? Mr. Gill, why don't we just start with you?
What kind
Very
of
quickly.
question is that? Vlad.
I don't hear him. So, Mr. Huffman, let's move to you.
No, I believe that investing is investing.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Griffin.
Boom.
I believe the vast majority of retail participation are people saving to meet their dreams.
All right. Mr. Tanev.
Congressman, thank you. As I mentioned in my opening statement, Robinhood customers have essentially made over $35 billion in unrealized and realized gains on all of their assets.
Come on, Vlad.
It's thing for them, correct?
Absolutely, it's investing and it's building wealth.
Go back to Mr. Gill.
Yes, of course. I do. I believe it's an opportunity for investors to participate in the market just as institutionals participate.
Gambling.
Okay, so actually, the business channels had a good question from one of the Reddit readers,
more
which
Mr.
is,
Gill, please.
so you recommended GameStop before. Would you buy their stock now at roughly 45? It started at 48 earlier today.
Here we go.
You were talking about buying it and being happy when it hit cross 20. So are you buying that stock today?
Well, let me just say that investing can be risky, and my particular approach to investing is rather aggressive and may not be suitable for anyone else. But for me personally, yes.
Yes! Goat!
So yes or no, are you buying the stock? And
For me personally, yes, I do find it's an attractive investment at this price point.
Quick question. Did you invest in GameStop because you were not aware of the payment for order flow? That's one of the accusations. Bought into this because they don't know that.
Sorry, could you repeat that question?
Did you buy GameStop because you were not aware of the payment for order flow?
My investment in GameStop was based on the fundamentals.
That's what we were waiting for.
Okay. I think that answers it. I believe my time has expired.
Ms. Velasquez?
That's what we were waiting
You're
for.
recognized
That
for
was the
5
moment.
minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Mr. Tenet.
I'm going to take her off for now. That was the moment. Would you buy GameStop now? Yes. He said it.
Yeah, baby.
That was it.
He's in it for the fundamentals.
The fundies.
$45. The stock is cheap. Come on, baby.
Oh my God. That's the soundbite they're gonna replay. I hope they replay it.
I mean, that's gonna be the number one post on Wall Street Bets.
That was fantastic.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Come on, baby.
He likes the stock. He likes the stock. That's what he said.
Keep it up there. Let's go.
I do want to go to our guest here in a second, Luke.
All right, but I want to do our chat challenge, baby.
Yeah, all right, do that now, and then we'll go to our guest.
All right, you introduce the chat challenge. I introduce it every single time when it's just me and Jason. You've never gotten to introduce the chat challenge. Why don't you take a crack at it?
No, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
All right, so the chat challenge, guys, we do this every single week. This is ZingerNation going head to figure out who in the chat can we trust, who can we listen to. It's not Spencer Israel with his Dogecoin anti-vaxxing views. We want to figure out who in ZingerNation we can trust with this, who's giving us the best ideas. The winner this week, we're sending some Bitcoin too. That's right, we're sending you Bitcoin. The question was, who can most accurately guess the price of Bitcoin at this time on Friday? We've got 24 hours left. Yes, it's a tight competition. Lowest price guess was 69. Highest price guess was 420,000. Those are two of Spencer's favorite numbers. But right now, Rodrigo N in the chat, you are leading this one with your guess of 51,800. Last print that I have on Bitcoin, 52,080. You are only off by less than 0.5%. Let's go. Rodrigo N is winning this thing. Full day. Spencer in there with his 420 guess. So, all right, guys, we're in this.
All right. Was that it for the chat challenge update?
Woo! See, Spencer, the chat challenge is fun, man.
I didn't say it wasn't. I do want to go to our guest.
And if you guys did not get to participate, you're missing out on this free Bitcoin that we're giving away. Come back Monday. We're doing another one every single week. We run this thing up, baby. Money machine go burr. All right, let's get some new trade ideas. I already pitched short plan.
Luke, we have a guest. I want to bring on our guest, dude.
I know. That's why I'm getting it ready.
Trader Kang is here with us at Trader Kang on Instagram. What's up, man? Oh, no, we can't hear him. We can't hear you. Try now.
All right. We're going to get some trade ideas out of Trader King. We'll get this audio fixed. I believe it. We had audio problems earlier. We got 2 minutes, 37 seconds on the Who Wants to Do the Millionaire.
Did you see this comment? Let's go, David Kang. We can do this.
All right. So again.
Wait, Luke, did you see it put on the screen there?
Yeah, I get that all the time, Spencer. Okay. Right. But I'm throwing the ideas. I'm slinging them. I said buy GameStop at the start of this thing. If you did that, you're up a few bucks. I'm saying short Planet Fitness into the close. They're reporting earnings and it was put $75 strike. We'll see what happens there. The other one, we got into MP. We sold puts against that one, making us synthetically long. $35 strike, 29 days out. So that's the deal, guys.
David. Hey, we have you?
Yes, sir. Can you guys hear me?
We got him.
And you were faster. You were faster than our previous guest with audio issues. Okay,
Yeah,
our previous guest took a minute and a half. You were about a minute and 15 seconds. So it was tight, but you're the winner.
Such an ass.
All right.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
thanks, guys. So I just you guys ever heard about the whole power issue with Texas? So I'm from Houston.
Shit,
so-
is that where you are right now?
No. I literally left the nick of time. It was my birthday weekend, and then I left. I'm here in Puerto Rico right now, so my sound system is like different. So I'm glad I got it fixed. But it would have been a worse situation if I was in Houston. So
Can we just talk about this for a second? You fled Texas. You fled to Puerto Rico.
yeah.
Because they have power.
No, I mean I have a place here, so I was gonna celebrate my birthday weekend here anyway. So it worked out.
Man, how the turntables. People fleeing to Puerto Rico because they have power and we don't. All right. Well, glad you're safe. Glad you had a good birthday weekend.
Thank you.
Maybe I hope you turned your water off before you left Texas because you got some frozen pipes. All right. What's on your radar here? What's on your mind? We've just been hanging out watching this weird congressional hearing about GameStonk, what did I just call it? GameStop, whatever.
Yeah.
What's on your mind here? What are you watching?
Honestly, man, I'm not even focusing on the whole whatever they're playing right now on GME and stuff. Like I'm really right now personally looking at EBON right now. I'm not sure if you guys have been looking at EBON.
Wait. What's the ticker? EBON, Echo, Bravo, Oscar, November.
We've been watching it.
Bang. That is a crypto play. Here, I'm going to put up a 5-day chart on the screen. All right, tell us why you like this one.
Well, I mean, again, I'm a day trader, so I don't really go more into the fundamentals. I look more about the technicals. So I got in here at the price of $12. That was my first entry.
All right, so hold on. Wait, when did you get into it? Was that today, yesterday?
Yeah, that's a day trader, right? So I don't swing trade or anything. I got in at $12, and then I got in again at the $13. So right now it's nicely uptrending above all the indicators that I like, which are the 10, 25, and the 50. And I think we're gonna see $14 here coming up next, and then I think we got room to run to $15. So I'm up on this, so I'm just riding the wave.
All right, so talk to us about this one a little bit. You said you got into it at $12. What were you seeing that made you want to get into the stock? And again, guys, the ticker EBON, Echo Bravo Oscar November.
Yeah, so EBON right now is like trade over 88 million volume. I like stocks that's trading in a good amount of volume right now. From what I see in the morning, I traded GTC. The market's red today, so it's been actually a pretty challenging day to kind of go long on stocks. But GTC was actually one of my number one go-to stocks, and I nailed that from $10 to $20. And I think it went up a little bit more than that, like 25. So EBON. The volume, literally the herd shifted, the day trader shifted towards EBON right now. And the volume right now has been going to EBON. That's why I'm really just mainly focusing on it. So really I'm a momentum trader. So I'm looking at the volume and seeing where the herd is going. So EBON, I smell money here. This is where things are happening.
Okay. And what will make you get out of the stock, either on the upside or the downside?
I'll probably close out if I see that the stock is probably going to crack this trend line that I drew up. So that's probably going to be like a little bit below the 50 MA, like 12.
Hey, David, hey, do you want to share your screen so we can see your chart and what you're looking at?
Sure, yeah.
There we go.
That'd be sweet.
Okay. It's my first time being on the show, so I'm trying to figure out. All right, cool.
That share button on the bottom, you can share an app, a tab in your browser, or
I got it.
On your whole screen. There we go. Whoa.
Okay. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. Really, just honestly, just riding this trend line right here. I actually basically bought back in at this reversal right here. I'm gonna have a little stop below this 50 EMA. Right now, as we speak, it is slightly dropping, but I have been taking profits again since the $12. So I'm up on this trade right now, but I am like watching this yellow line, which is my 50 EMA. And this is where I'm trying to make sure that this area here holds. And right now, I think we're kind of trying to have the support around this $12.90, $13 area, I think we should be able to continue on up. I mean, we're not even in power hour yet, so most of the time I'm actually done by noon. Like I start from 7 a.m. and I'm done by 12 p.m. But you know, you guys asked me to get on the show, so I'm kind of playing around a little bit here.
Woo, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
How long have you been trading for?
I've actually traded since I was 19, and I just turned 28, so almost like nine years. I've been trading stocks since I was in freshman year of college. So.
All right, so I gotta ask this one. Do you remember your best and your worst trades? I love to get these stories.
Yeah, so I actually made my first six figures when I was in junior year of college. I was in on that stock by Martin Shkreli. Forgot the name of that ticker symbol right now on top of my head.
Oh, what was it? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
it was.
I'm gonna look this up.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I should know this.
He actually came onto our show like when he was in the limelight. It was sort of cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but what was the stock? Shit, I don't remember. I'm sorry.
No, like I forgot. I forgot the name of the ticker symbol, but I held that stock around $3.27. That was my first entry, and held it like for overnight. And the stock, I think, like literally just went up to like $6 and then $10 and then $15 and
KBio.
Yeah.
KBio.
KBIO. That's right.
That was the one.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We gotta get. Oh shit! It doesn't trade anymore, does it?
No, it gets off
KBio.
Off the board, man. Wait, sorry. Continue, David.
Yeah. So that was a stock that I got in on, and that was my big money maker. So I started with $2,000 when I was 19, and then like sophomore year, it turned into about 27,000, and then end of sophomore year, I thought I was really good at it, and I got out of it, lost about $20,000. So I was like, I was still up like 7,000. So I was like, that was a pretty devastating moment for me, but I was like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm still up technically since $2,000, so I kept going. And then junior year, got it back above $27,000, and then from there, I just kind of really started to research more into companies. Back then, I actually started doing a little bit more swing trading because I was in college. So I would hold stocks overnight and stuff like that, do more of those kind of moves. But and then it paid off basically when I got in that KBIO. So I was hearing about rumors about the drug price getting jacked up, and it paid off really, really handsomely. So after that, after I graduated, I really started getting into just more day trading. Because I like to sleep at night. I like peace at night. What I mean? So I don't like the idea of just like holding something that and next thing you have to wake up and your stock could be down and stuff like that. So I mean, I do swing trade here once in a while, but really mainly is day trading.
So
yeah.
So you're entering positions with the idea that you're going to sell them that day.
Yeah, so I wake up at by 7 a.m., get into pre-market, build up a cushion. Usually I do a pretty good job building, some sort of profits, so I can get into once the market opens on up. I have built up maybe like, 4, 5, 6 grand of profits, on average. And then from there, I'll day trade, usually focusing on the first hour of the market. So 9:30 to 10:30. And then when it gets about 11 o'clock, I'm usually stepping out, and then the last hot 20 minutes is what I call it, meaning from 11:40 to 12 p.m. is when I see the volume surging back on. So from 11:40, I like to focus on the last 20 minutes before lunch hours, because that's when traders want to take the last trades before going to lunch hours, and usually I'm done. Yeah.
Can I just interrupt for a second? The senator that is the representative that has the floor right now just asked Vlad if Robinhood moderates social media. That's the question. If does Robinhood moderate Reddit? It was basically what he was saying. Oh man.
Okay.
Crazy stuff.
All right. But David, so let's talk about this one a little bit. EBON. You sort of mentioned it when you're just going through the setup. You're talking about the 50 EMA is what you're watching. It looks like we've gotten below that. Are you going to look to close this position out, or how are you going to manage it now?
No. I've already got out. I just said that I had a stop loss a little bit below the 50 EMA. So that cracked, so it got me out. So,
all right.
So what question from the chat? What EMAs do you use?
And how do you use them?
Yeah, so I use the 10 EMA and the 25 EMA. I use the combinations of the 10 and 25. The 25 is the white, and I like to color them in 10 EMA as blue, and then the 50 EMA is the yellow. 50 EMA, I like to use that as sort of like support or dip buy areas. Same, and then like 200 EMA is like my final area. If I really like that stock and that 200 EMA is still holding, I'll buy the dip there, and usually it works out pretty good for me. And then I use the combinations of the MACD and the RSI a lot. This is one of my favorites. So I like to draw support and resistance lines in the RSI and figure out, it's kind of like a double confirmation of my support and resistance area. So I like to look at where the stocks have been selling off the most. Like for example here, the stock likes to get sold off at the 86 RSI. So the next time it comes back on up around that 86, I'll know when to sell. And then I also like to look at where it likes to bounce, the most. So like in this case, it got double bottom right here. So I'm thinking if it comes down around this 23 RSI, it's gonna bounce off around that area again. So.
Well, why do you use EMAs and not, other types of moving averages?
Sure, yeah, because the EMAs are what we call exponential moving averages, and they're more geared towards day trading, right? Your exponential moving averages is more it's more like minute by minute. It's more like, because day traders, we use the time frames of 1 minute and 5 minute, and so exponential moving averages just follows the average a lot faster and smoother as to like SMAs, right? A lot of swing traders like to use the simple moving averages, so they're a little bit laggy compared to the EMAs when it comes to day trading. So I prefer the EMAs when it comes to day trading.
And question out of the chat asking if you're using a minute chart. I assume that you are.
Yeah, 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. So I like to use a 1 minute chart mainly in the morning time, and then by the time it gets like past 10:30, I'll change it to 5 minute. Sometimes I'll just have 1 minute, 5 minute chart like side by side, so I can kind of see how these two how that one stock is doing. So I see a better bird's eye view.
Anything else on your radar before we hop here, as far as other stocks you're watching on your watch list?
Honestly, today was really, in my opinion, it was the worst trading day of 2021 so far. Like the market's been super red. Like it's just been really dry. Like I was playing stocks with my team, and like the only thing that I really nailed today was this GTC, and after that I was like, I'm pretty much done. But I saw that EBON was gaining the momentum. So here, let me share my other screen real quick. But actually, I think it's just, so like, I'm gonna stop the screen here.
All right. So we just got done with maybe the worst line of questioning for the entire hearing. Producer Rowan, if you can bring it in here, and Representative Steve Sivers from Ohio.
You decided
he's got the best line of questioning right now. So
your users
we'll go to him in a second. I want to let David finish his point, though, what you were just about to say, though.
And I've got one more question for David, too.
Yeah. So, the very first play was GTCs. Obviously this is the scanners I use, but this is like up 112% right now. Earlier, these are like basically my entry points basically on GTC. So I got in at $10 and basically just literally rode up the whole trend line as much as I could towards the $20. Obviously I was rotating short, meaning I was getting in and out scalping on the way up as long as the trend line was holding. And then the second area that I got back in was at this area here at $21 and $22, and then we got it back up to 25, and then third time we got up a little bit at 25, and then got our target area, and then this one, the fourth time, usually how it works is like every time I go more than 3 times on a stock trade, the fourth one and more third trade above, it gets a little bit, the percentage of winning decreases, because obviously the more you play, at one point you're gonna get trapped a little bit. So other than that, I mean, this one was my favorite play, and so that's why I moved on to EBON when I noticed that the stock was, EBON was getting more momentum. But I would think, honestly, going my last closing line is that EBON is definitely still worth watching going into power, because this 200 EMA is still holding on up. So I'm thinking, as long as that $12 holds, I think EBON is gonna have another shot at during power hour for this stock to move back on up. So,
all right.
And David, the question that I had is you said you're starting at 7 a.m. Each morning. I'm curious as to what your morning routine looks like. How do you start identifying stocks that are good for a day trade?
Yeah, so I first look at the float. Obviously, the lower the float, the better for me. Anything under 10 million is considered low float. So I like to focus on the lower float stocks. Obviously, I'll look at the news streamer and see like certain key hot words, hot keywords on a hot press release. Look for certain keywords, and then as long as the stock has pretty low float, has good news, and I look at the daily chart to see if the stock still has more room to run. And then I just literally chart it, see where the stock is currently trading at, and where the resistance points are at, and I just focus on that from there, and then just use my indicators, and that's really just simple as that for me as a day trader. So,
and when you're filtering out the low float stocks, whose screener do you use?
The screener for the news.
Like how do you get your list of low float stocks or anything along those lines?
I use usually just FinViz, type it in and just kind of filter them out basically. Yeah.
Gotta get this guy Benzinga Pro. All right, David Kang, you can find him on Instagram at Trader Kang. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys.
All right.
Have fun in Puerto Rico.
Producer Rohan, can we bring on the hearing? And I want to rewind it a few minutes because this is actually a really good line of questioning. This guy, this congressman actually knows what he's talking about. He is in front of a literal green screen or something. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but he's actually asking good questions about settlement, about buyers and sellers. So let's bring him on here, and I want to rewind it if we can, like a couple minutes.
To some of Robinhood's customers not being able to.
So this is about 3.5 minutes back,
including GameStop for a period of time, but because the majority didn't include the SEC, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, or the National Securities Clearing Corporation to testify, we're left with what we have. That's because I believe the majority is attempting to use this hearing to drive a narrative about the U.S. capital markets being rigged. But I do have several questions. Mr. Tanev, you decided to stop allowing your users to buy GameStop and other stocks as a result of capital requirements on Robinhood securities. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes. Deposit requirements with our clearing houses.
And those got resolved, but for a period of time, some of your users could only sell and not buy, and that could have contributed to the stock actually going, not going up as fast because some of your users were prohibited from buying. Do you think that is possible that could have happened?
I shouldn't speculate on what could have happened if
there's more sellers than buyers. Does the stock price go down or up?
Well, to be clear, Robinhood, Congressman, is a minority of trading activity in these securities.
I understand, but if your buyers can only sell and not buy, then it clearly keeps you from putting upward pressure on the stock price. Is that correct?
This is actually good stuff.
On Thursday, customers on our platform could only sell, so there was no ability to buy. That's correct.
Right. So, I know, and you said earlier, by the way, I know some people have attacked your arbitration agreements, but I want you to be clear. If your users were harmed as a result of these actions, they can recover through arbitration. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes, that's correct. And our arbitration is FINRA supervised and overseen. And we do believe arbitration gives customers a fair and speedier resolution to their claims.
That's interesting. So he just said you can sue him if you lost money.
Does your agreement and your arbitration allow for group arbitration or only individual arbitration?
Let me get back to you on that.
If a group was treated similarly and similarly affected,
So
or
class action
lost
loss.
upside or lost money, can they do it as a group, or is it only individual in your arbitration agreement?
Well, Congressman, I'm sure you're familiar of the number of class action lawsuits filed against Robinhood.
And I'm not asking about a class action lawsuit. I'm asking, in your arbitration system, can a group of people come together, or is it individual? And this is not a trick question. I'm not a fan of trial lawyers. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, Congressman. I think the best thing I can do is get back.
I don't want to speculate on what the actions of his tweet were. The stock did rise after.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe that tweet was targeting you because you had shorted Tesla stock in the past?
We had a very small short position years ago in Tesla. That'd be pure speculation as to his motives of putting that tweet out.
Okay. Thank you.
That was an awesome
I'll
question.
go back to
this guy knows what this
Mr.
guy knows what he's
Tanev
doing.
on the
I'm not from Ohio, but I like
on
him.
the regulatory requirements. Do you believe that the SEC and the Depository Trust
I
Clearing
agree with that.
Corporation should modify any of their rules as a result of what happened to your users because of capital requirements?
That's the
The
fun.
gentleman's time has expired, and
All right, that was fun though. That was a good line of questioning.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. Like the Elon Musk, right? Did Elon Musk drive up GameStop to get back at you? That's awesome. I mean, that's a great question.
Yep. That was really good. That was really good. So again, that was on about a 3. We had to rewind that about 3 minutes. But that was like the best line of questioning we've seen all day. I do want to say, just as a programming note, we do have the BZ Crypto Show coming up in a couple of minutes.
Wait, I've got another programming note. I'm not going to say better.
Okay, what do you got?
But, okay, hold on. I'm going to be a little dramatic. You know that this show is about 3 things, Spencer. It's your first time on it. It's about number 1, trade ideas. Number 2, fun. And number 3, gimmicks. All right, that's what the show is about. So hold on. Boom! All right, guys. If you are having fun with us, you're having fun in the markets, you want to learn, you want to party this Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, from 9 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern, we are hosting the Benzinga Boot Camp. This is totally free to attend. It is a full day of education. The goal of the day is to go from 0 to hero. We are taking you guys all the way through, making your first trades through some more advanced option strategies. We call it a boot camp for a reason. It is rigorous. We have amazing educators that are coming on. Myself, Neil, and Spencer will be hosting this thing. So if you like,
I am hosting now. I don't even know what my role is. I am.
All right, myself and Neil will be hosting this thing all day Saturday. We are slaving away for you guys. We are working hard to bring education to the world. That's what ZingerNation is all about, guys. So it's benzingabootcamp.com. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to spam this link in the chat. Again, it's literally free to attend, to sign up. So do it if you want to learn. You want to make money in the markets. Again, we're going all day Saturday. Markets closed. We can just focus on education. We're going from 0 to hero, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, putting in the work for you guys, because that's what it's all about.
That's it. Hustling for dollars and education.
It's free, Spencer. I normally am hustling for dollars, but I mean, come on now.
No, I mean the idea is by attending the event, that is
okay. Fair.
That's hustling. All right. It is 1:59. I've seen a couple of people ask about what's going on with HOL Holicity. I saw a tweet speculating that it's going to be added to one of Kathy Wood's funds today. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it did just go to blast off mode from 19 to 21 in a second there. So
HOL Hotel Oscar Lima.
That's the ticker. Holicity.
I don't know what they do. Let's see.
It's a SPAC. So I don't know if there's a rumor.
Okay, yeah, it's a SPAC.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the deal is.
Pure speculation. We know nothing.
I guarantee somebody in ZingerNation knows what this deal is, what the SPAC is merging with. Throw it out there, help the community out.
All right.
And then let's look at FUV2. Our young investors have been posting on this one a ton. Oh, that's sort of an ugly chart. Oh, poor young investor. All right, we'll have to ask him about that one.